Welcome back to Urban Transit Podcast. This is Mr. Hirako, and I'm here with
Quantum Loop.
I'm also here with our guest.
Oh, Picasso Sight. We got a fucking crazy call. Oh yeah, you said not to curse.
That's a start.
That is a start. Damn, I kind of just started the podcast out of nowhere. I'm sorry, guys. There was no warning whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible individual who probably deserves to go to hell, but we'll figure that out later on. Yeah. So, Quantum.
Yeah.
What's new on the agenda, man? What's going on? What are we talking about today?
Well,
What's
we got
happening?
this young inspirational hip hop
mogul god
rapper, man.
Rapper. Yeah, I was trying to turn him into a god, but all right.
Boy.
Rapper, young rapper's a paper boy. I'm all about that paper boy.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to fucking chill out, dude.
What, Atlanta?
You make
Ain't nobody watch Atlanta.
All right, so Jesse, what news you got for us since the last time you were on the show? What episode was he on last? I was on
7. He was the one before the last one.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Well, welcome right back.
Yeah, welcome back.
It's great.
Welcome back, bro.
Just wherever the combo went, we just went, which felt good.
No, we're doing that again today.
No.
Ain't nobody stopping us.
I'm with whatever.
When you could tell someone didn't even listen to their own episode.
It was such a good time, but I'm just waiting for September 1st. I'm releasing my visual album, 16 songs. I get to watch it with a couple people. I even get to watch it with a few teachers I went to high school with, which is interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, Miss Connolly. Shout out to Miss Connolly.
Miss Connolly.
I don't think she liked me very much back in high school. But
Hey,
that's a different
no
story.
comment.
Damn.
She seems pretty cool. Yeah, a few people, so I can't wait for that. I just got sick the other day. I still got stuff I got to do for that. I think physical CDs come in tomorrow. So I'm selling physical CDs for those that want them, $5 a piece. I got the hat on right now. I got the jersey on right now. This is just shit that I made for myself, and people.
I actually was like that. I didn't even know.
Yeah, some people like it, so I was like, all right, well, I'll just sell for you for what I got. I'm not trying to not that
trying to beat
beat
anybody over the head.
Yeah, I'm not getting a profit.
Yeah, you get your name out.
So.
Yeah,
You get to see people.
We're definitely gonna put a link down in the description when there's something out for. Is there something out right now that anybody can listen to?
No, I mean,
right.
well,
Definitely update whichever. I mean,
Yeah.
whenever we put the episode up, we'll still update it when your album actually comes out. But yo, I got a question for you. So you were talking about how it dude sound like they're doing drugs back here. Nah, sickly humans.
Put the drugs away.
Yeah, I'm asking what do you define as a visual album for those who don't know?
Oh, visual album is just it's just, how do I say? So I had the idea. So for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been studying people's attention spans and stuff like that. And I was talking to Hirako earlier about this, about how you have to. I'm sorry, I'm losing the word.
No, that's cool. We haven't eaten.
Yeah, we just ate some crappy chicken. It's not even good at all.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Actually.
You remember the name of the place?
We gotta give a review about it.
Yeah. You gotta appeal to the short attention spans, and you have about 5 seconds to keep a listener or keep someone engaged. And one of the ways to do it is simply by putting visuals and stuff like that. There's a lot of. I'm in the age where there's a lot of rap artists, and so for me, I have to find ways to set myself apart because every fucking nigga raps so. I mean,
everybody.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not like you were doing it. See, there's a difference between people who are doing it just because everybody else is doing it, and then you just being in the middle of it all because you always like to do it. So
that's
you have to find your way through. The mound of dead bodies because half these motherfuckers is dead right out the gate.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, they all got different motives and stuff like that. And I just feel
Keep
like
that money for bitches.
I just feel like it's gonna set certain things apart. And for me, like I'm the type of person whenever I put an album out, and I don't know if it's crazy or whatever, but I don't. Comments are cool, like, hey, this is dope and blah blah. Like, I kind of want to know why people like stuff, because I write about a lot of personal stuff. So, I shared my personal shit. Like, let's talk about yours. Like, why did you connect to this and stuff like that? I do it all the time. I give my number away all the time because I want to connect. that's what I personally want to do, and I feel like September 1st is going to be the biggest way that I do it, because I mean I'm looking at just the types of people that the music touches, and it's like super diverse, man. You're talking about people that are from like 40 to like 18, maybe a little under, maybe like 15. And it's just very, very diverse, and that comes from just studying the attention span, finding what part of myself that I have to keep intact, my moral kind of thing, and learning how to
don't sell them a mixtape with nothing in it.
So here's this blank CDR, bro. You got this.
There you go.
Couldn't even give you the RW just in case you need to rewrite on it.
That's amazing.
Oh man!
He gave you a VHS with the tag out. It's a recording tag.
Crazy.
Old mofo stuff.
Imagine that.
For those of you that don't know what VHS is, you're too young.
Yeah.
In short, this guy asked me a question. Visual album is just simply accompanying visuals to the album. So that could be, the standard music video that we think of, or that could be the lyric video. And I think I got 2 or 3 lyric videos there.
Lyric videos is what?
It's just whenever it's like they're visuals what you literally see the lyrics. Like
okay, yeah.
Just different ways of doing that. So I called it a visual kind of album. Every single. So I went into it. There's my boy Court is the one who helped me shoot it, and also he's an artist himself. He draws and stuff. Like
shout outs,
definitely.
Yeah, he also ate some of that bad chicken
twice. God bless that man.
Yeah, God bless him.
But he also helped with some of the direction, because he's like the only person who's been like really close to the product, and I'd be like, what do you think about this? And he'd give his input and stuff like that. So I want every single visual to be very, very different. But it's interesting because when you see the whole thing, it all kind of ties in, and at least that's what I'm feeling with some of the people that I showed. So that's what I mean by visual album.
Nice. So essentially, it's just like a compilation of how you want people visually to you want them not only to be focused and in the moment with the music, but also is this a way for you to kind of convey your message? Let me rephrase this. You were talking about how it was you studying people's attention span, right? So you're trying to get their attention.
Yes.
But is it also a definition in some way of the visual aspect of the words you're saying? Maybe
there's definitely that there too. The idea definitely came from, I'm somebody who's always trying to grow, and I want to reach as much people as possible, and people are quicker to watch videos than they are to just listen to audio. Right. That's just a fact. Everybody has smartphones or iPhones and stuff like that. They'll put the visuals on quicker. So that's kind of the way to get to them. And
I like that. That's cool. I've only seen that being done a couple of times in rap careers, and Michael Jackson, of course. Right. But yeah,
Prince, Beyonce, Frank
Jay-Z
Ocean might have did it. But that's the thing as well. It's just those people are very well established. They have budgets, but when people see the stuff that we did and we don't have those budgets, it's you can only respect it at the end of the day. You can think it's whack. That's cool, but you can't.
You still got up and went and created something.
Sat through, scratch. Edited, all that.
That's
stuff,
beautiful.
So
that's real. That's actual art, man. You don't buy that shit. You create it.
And to be honest, speaking about being an artist, to chime in a little bit on the conversation that y'all are having right now, if I had to ask you a question right now, which would be, what's your dream project? If you had to work with a bunch of people, anyone out there, since we're talking about the greats or people who have a lot of funds, who would it be that you would work with right now if you could?
Man, one of them passed away. That was Chester Bennington. I always wanted to work with him. Mike Shinoda, Burt McCracken, The Used. I always said Haley Williams until B.O.B. beat me to it because her voice is phenomenal. Yeah. I would love to work with, but they're not even the old configuration of Flyleaf, because that other chick had a different kind of voice and style. That's really, anybody who's really a creative. I don't care too much about people's status and stuff. I want creative people. I want people that get excited for like the little things and you know that's like I would love ASAP Rocky. I think he's dope.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, yeah,
He's a cool kid in real life.
Yeah, I think ASAP is dope.
You're talking about a real creative motherfucker, like somebody that just sits around trying to figure out new things every day to make,
yeah.
express. You know who's like that too? Who's awesome? Tyler Creator.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Yo, you know who I would definitely want to work with? Probably like what's his name? Mac DeMarco. Yeah, that.
Oh, yeah, Mac DeMarco.
I don't know who that is.
I love Mac DeMarco.
Yeah, this
He's a
kid is
rapper?
awesome. Nah, he's a
he's
guitarist,
a
singer.
Oh, really?
Indie
He's one of
artist.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Does
he's
he have
really
like the pedal
out
and
there.
stuff?
Yeah, he like messes around with a
think
lot of effects.
Does he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
some
you
reason
could
I
hear
feel
it.
like
It
it
sounds
was-
like it's in. I don't know. Like if I had to give it some sort of era, it sounds like this fucking 70s.
70s
like
surf
synth-
rock.
yeah, like
synth,
synth.
surf rock.
Yeah,
Really?
it's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to work with Sting. I'm a huge like
Sting.
fan of like the Police. I love the
I love
Police.
the
Oh
Police.
yeah.
Just-
Roxanne. I'm sorry.
my favorite song from them is "Spirits in the Material World." I love that.
I need to get back to listen to that stuff, man. It's been a while. I've been listening to all this
You going to
young trap lords, and I don't know. I'm starting to feel some kind of way. I think I could run out in the streets with a gun and be like, "It was good, fam."
All right, so like, what's your how long does your process usually take for you to come up with a song? Is it something like, because I know some artists, write it down over the years and they bring it up. Other people, like, when it's like go time is when they start creating it because they have the idea, the initial plan. Like, I'm gonna make an album at this certain point to keep my discography and my like livelihood going. How does your process to create
Me,
music?
to be honest with you, to keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck 50.
I'm not trying to get cut out here, but we are in Brooklyn. Not me. I just feel, man, in my honest opinion, all of my talent comes from God. There's no way somebody like me can rap the way that I do, write the hooks the way I do, produce all the music, edit all those videos. Like, so.
But then he give you that's the point, right? Then he just give us all superpowers. We just gotta be awake enough to understand that.
I think the credit I deserve is to tune in, but I don't own the waves that are coming to me. I just tune into them.
Right. Hell yeah. I mean, that's omnipotent energy everywhere. You just opened your eyes and found it. You just gotta stay on the pure path, right? That's how good things happen.
I guess. I don't know. I just gotta be honest to it. So it can. I'm always creating, so it can happen at any sort of like point. I'll be like driving, and then lyrics will come to my head, or
Nice.
or if there's no point where it's. I don't have a process.
So I guess this is gonna be a corny one. He's got a ghostwriter, guys.
Yeah.
It's the Lord.
It's the Lord.
I've used that.
Yeah, that's kind of cheating. Academics.
That was cheesy. That was cheesy as hell,
Yeah, that's the point. No, but that's awesome, man. It's good to hear somebody say something positive for once about how they come about making music instead of somebody just being like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I did it all myself.
Yeah,
man.
They'll just be like, I just walk in the booth and I just start spinning.
I just got these fire bars. Man. So we out here, we doing it big.
It's small.
It's crazy.
I take half a Xan and I'm out.
Yeah,
like Drake in Travis Scott's new album. Or
was it Travis Scott?
yeah, is it I take half a Xan and I'm out. He takes half a Xan. In a generation that only talks about doing Xans and lean.
Like it's water? He takes half a Xan.
Yeah, he's like, and I pop half a Xan and I'm out. Like, dude, that's how much
you should take. You should be taking that only prescripted, and that would be only half.
Yeah, Drake, shout out to Drake for being Degrassi in real life.
Yeah.
He's still keeping it PG-13 out
Dog,
here.
I hated that song. I'm upset. And then one day I woke up and knew it was genius. I love that song now.
I also like to think that they're just made by such catchy, satanic, occultist movements that you, at first, that's your initial reaction. Like, no, this can't get through me. And then it's like, I'm upset. It just keeps going and going. And then you're like,
Alright, so side note, right? I think it might be something in the air. So side story. Side. side story, side note. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that eventually. But so y'all know I went away, right? I went away, but I'm not even talking about the trip that I took.
Not to jail, guys.
No. I mean, it's 40 bucks. I mean, yeah. So I went away and I came back, and right when I got off the plane, there was no song, there was no music playing. I was just getting out of customs. As soon as I opened the door at JFK, till like the door opened up and I stepped outside, Fifi, do you love me? It was playing in my head. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm not thinking about those. I'm not thinking about that music. I wasn't listening to any of that time that I was out. But automatically that song just popped into my head. I'm like, why?
Well, does Fifi love you?
You walked back to the inner circles, New York City, aka Tower of Babylon.
That's why I think it's something in the air. It got to be either something in the air or something in water. The dark world.
The dark world.
But yeah, so that was my half a story.
That was your
yeah, that's what's up, man. He got all of us. Mm-hmm. But shit, I don't know. What do you have to ask him? You have some questions, right?
I think so. I mean, I was talking to him last time.
Where you from again?
Kind of don't fuck with him.
I know, but the audience doesn't know.
I mean, from Valley Stream. I was born in Brooklyn, moved to Valley Stream at the age of 12. I'm like 100 now, so.
Nice. Yeah, definitely.
You said you're 100 now?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel old, man. I feel old. It's just artist-wise, I feel old. Because I do things that I think artists would think are weird, like now. Because I just find there's a lot of people, who just do art because it's cool. Like
that's some bullshit.
Like I have when I look at what I have, it's a really weird, not like, I don't know how healthy my obsession is. Like I'm obsessed.
That's good.
With rap, right?
I'm obsessed with hip hop. Period.
But here's the thing, though, and I've known you okay, I'm gonna be honest. I've known you for a very long time. We've been apart as friends for a very long time. So the time when I didn't know who you were, but like knowing you worked kind of hard to be where you are, or kind of hard to like at your craft.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So it's like you worked for it. It's not like this shit came super easy to you.
No, but the thing is to enjoy the process. But it really is like I'm not like knocking myself at all. It's that's one of the things that make me feel old, because it's just like I talk to some of these artists and I hear like their motivations to do what they're gonna do. I don't knock any hustler at all, but like
when you're selling crack to your own community, I knock you. So
yeah,
if you're listening in and you sell crack to your own community, take off the headphones, walk away.
I definitely for some sneakers, I think that's whack. But anyway,
100%.
But yeah, I just feel old in that sense.
Well, don't worry about it. Time is relevant to the observer. Like my man, what's the dude who got zapped and his hair stuck up? Oh. Nah, I'm kidding. Albert Einstein.
Yeah, I remember him from high school. They was talking about that. Know what I mean? It's like that's the only thing I paid attention to, because his hair was looking kind of crazy, fam.
That nigga needs a do-rag, silky.
I got questions for y'all. What's on your mind? We're living in a very interesting time. When you wake up, what's the thing you think about?
First of all, I want to say I love it when the guest has questions for us, because it
feels robotic.
Thank you. Because it's like we're just sitting here asking you like 24. So what's going on? Like therapist. So what's going on with you today? Like
I'm definitely not that important.
What's happening here?
All right, so you saying what's on our heads? You go first.
It's never anything in my head. I'm a blank slate. But other than that, your man's Trump looks like the tower's coming down.
He's
bro.
Amazing.
I'm not. We were talking about this.
I'm not
earlier.
saying this in a Kanye MAGA way either.
Yeah, I was like,
no, I wasn't. He's just super entertaining. Like there's not a day that goes by where I'm not entertained by him. And his entertainment is like, it just shows you where America's at, because it's like, I don't know why people thought the most narcissistic place you can come from is being a celebrity. Why would you think a celebrity would be a good commander in chief?
Look at my hands.
Like,
well, didn't we have, was it Nixon? Nixon was a celebrity.
So was
I mean, we got Watergate.
Kennedy was too, I believe.
I think.
But were they
and Obama's whole run was basically
were they the
him
level
being in
of celebrity?
What do you mean by level?
Were they that level of celebrity that Trump was, though? You know, like he's a very specific
Man, there were
reality
there was
TV
less
show.
of
Like
celebrities.
that's like more of a narcissistic
Trump was already
kind of
known.
thing.
Trump was already known like almost worldwide before he.
Yeah, and it's a different thing. So
Then
I'm
for
just
him to become president is ridiculous.
in one case, it's fascinating to see it happening and to see how people, you know, and that's part of my defense mechanism because it's messed up what's happening. But
So you don't support Trump? I think that's what everyone wants to hear. You
I don't support the system that raised.
Yeah, well,
I don't support that
What'd you
system that
say?
put him in that place.
What?
Like we have a flawed system. If somebody like that could
Of
get
course,
that
it's
place.
been flawed, but I'm
Sure.
saying screw that guy. On the side, I mean, literally, like anyone who's talking about
No.
you should have people just disappear is bad. But moving on, what's going on in my
Next
head?
week you're gonna see me in a MAGA hat and be like, "Yo, what the?"
Yeah, I'm about to call you the Black Rebel.
Yo. So when I send you the care package, that was it. The Alex Jones
Rub
care
yourself
package?
in the powder. It is not.
I mess with
anthrax.
Alex Jones.
If you fuck with him,
I really do.
Yo, he has people believing everything.
Yo,
And it's
I'm gonna tell you
I don't
something.
think he believes anything that he's saying. He just do it because he's entertainment.
No,
yo.
that motherfucker does it because he has all those affiliate markets that he sells
know.
in the middle. Oh yeah, and those fish are gay. Oh, all right, now buy this tub
No,
of
those
garbage
fish-
that I'm selling from China and that I bought on Alibaba. Like, you don't remember every time they sell those like food packages? Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
In the middle of his show, they endorse all this random
I
bullshit.
never watched
product.
his show that long enough to catch
See,
that.
so you can't say you actually back somebody without watching
No.
the cancer that is their show.
I don't know if it's cancer. I
People
don't know
believe
if
it.
it's
If
cancer.
people believe pure garbage, it's a
Yeah, but-
cancerous thing. It's literally
No.
ruining their ability to think further. And it's making them think certain people are bad. Like the victims of high school shootings are actually actors. So then you have people calling their house with theft threats.
Wait, so what? I don't know where this is going. What is
Well,
that?
I'm saying Alex Jones did that. I'm saying you can't back somebody up.
Oh, I don't. Okay, well, I don't completely back everything he says.
All right, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, but some of that stuff that he does talk about, you know, he does state his sources, and if you look at it, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting. Some of it is close to empirical. Some of it isn't. I don't know. I feel it's a little. See, and I'd have to look into it more because
Nah, say what you want to say, and
it's
and
dangerous
just put
to
a disclaimer on
want
it.
to mute somebody like that. You know, it's dangerous because it's like
I'm down with everybody expressing themselves. All I'm saying
no, but
is-
I mean like there are other people that are affiliated within that circle that might not be so quote unquote crazy that have legitimate alternative beliefs that, you know, there's some facts that lie on this stuff, you know, like some of his ideas, I've seen him go off crazy rants and he looks insane. And it's like, yo, but he's talking about this this declassified document that was literally recently declassified. He's not making that up. So that's the thing that scares me about it because like I see he's getting taken down everywhere and it's just like, man, like who's gonna be, if he is off the rails, cool, but who's gonna do that right? You know, because if we don't have that, then we just got mainstream, and mainstream is fueled by, you know, people that keep their own
four
interests.
companies.
Yeah, it's just like, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that was what Hiraka's mind had in it. Mine is a little bit more simple than that at the moment, and that is I have not seen Black Klansman. And sorry to bother you, and that's all I want to see. It's like 2 movies with strong black roles in it, actually portraying the world we're currently living in and we're living in a very like realistic manner, but then also with humor. Like, you seen the trailers for those 2 movies?
Yes.
Not gonna lie, I might watch it tonight.
I was about to say, son. You know, we can go to Nighthawk or something like that. Pull up, catch a little sip, watch some Black Klansman.
Shit sounds good to me.
Watch some black people finally win in movies. That's what's up. Shit is a rarity.
I mean, you know what I really want to watch is Crazy Rich Asians. I mean, you know, it's
What?
Crazy Rich Asians. You didn't hear about that Asian movie with
Nah.
Crazy Rich Asians
Oh,
in it?
right. It's the
Yeah.
blockbuster hit right now. It's the top in the
I didn't
blockbuster.
even hear about
Crazy
that.
Rich Asians.
I was lying when I said I don't want to see that movie.
That movie's
Yeah.
amazing, dude.
Is it?
You know what movie I
So
want to
that's-
see?
What?
Gods of Egypt.
Okay, explain. What movie is that?
Gods of Egypt. Well, I mean,
Was that with Gerard Butler?
It sounds like white people are doing the rendition of Egyptians.
it's exactly what it is.
So like
a
Prince of
90%
Persia.
white cast. It's amazing.
So it's like Prince of Persia with what's his face? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh man,
You just seen it? Please tell me you saw it.
No, I did not.
I didn't see it.
I'm jumping backwards out the window on that one.
But yeah, Black Klansman. I haven't seen that. Ever since
Spike Lee joint.
Ever since Vic Mensa said Spike Lee was a bitch ass nigga, I haven't really invested.
But Vic Mensa does bitch ass nigga shit too. He does. He's the shit though. I love that.
What
kid,
was the reason as to
bitch-ass
why
nigga
he
shit.
said that?
Because of the movie Chirac.
Yeah, that
so
movie
he
was
didn't portray. He didn't portray.
That movie was buns. That
I don't
shit
know.
was like
I never
a
watched
fucking
it, but
hilarious.
it just
Broadway
seemed like why
play.
did he even pick that?
It's like if Chirac went to if somebody made a Broadway play on Broadway.
I strolled out the bando and I pulled out my Glock.
That's exactly.
You're going to get shot.
That's exactly what I pictured. That's why I never watched it.
Wow, that's a good one. My 30, my glizzy. I let it just pop. And my plug gave me up. He said, you got the pack.
And I'll get the rock.
Wow. You guys rehearsed that before? Or?
No, dude. Not at all. That's not how we do these
It was
things.
amazing.
Sponsored by Trevor.
So, yeah.
Trey Way for president?
All right. No, seriously though, I really got to see those movies. Sorry, I felt like we talked about Trump a little longer. But
Wait, do you hate Trump?
No, he loves everything.
You
Trump,
should see the look on your
Trump.
face right now.
I'm actually getting ready to dodge a jab.
I like
some sort of right cross.
What I do like about Trump is how orange he is. Like, I do like colors a lot, and he just showed me that there's a different hue, like that maybe Adobe Photoshop didn't figure out, like a different palette of orange.
Oh, man.
Trump range.
Okay, but you do his voice so well. Can you at least just give it one?
If you're gonna do his voice, you need to, because he does this a lot.
We're not gonna build a wall.
Wow.
No, actually, build the wall. We love Mexico.
Well, you heard it. That was Trump. Executive order.
Happy,
that wall
happy
now.
Cinco de Mayo.
I'm done.
He's amazing, man.
All right. So how many?
Wait, I'm sorry. I want to know why you think he's amazing.
Yeah,
because you keep getting mad at Trump. But why?
I keep trying to tiptoe over him saying that.
No, stop. Why do you believe he's amazing? Please. Because we clearly know he's a horrible individual. However, he is funny
This
as hell.
nigga's trying to troll life.
I'm not trying to try. This is probably what Kanye felt.
Oh God.
Nah, I just think he's just entertaining. Amazing. I have a really
This is
sick
our
sense of
lives.
humor. Yeah,
That
I got
is
a really sick.
entertaining.
Dog,
Well,
I
here's the
mean,
thing. We asked for it, though.
I have a really
No,
sick.
we didn't.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Yeah.
But we asked for this. We wanted something better. Clearly, we thought
Clearly, we wanted
I
things to
think-
go back to being great again.
we wanted to die. Is what I'm getting from
I
this.
think in messed up times, you kind of adapt with having a messed up sense of humor, and I definitely have that.
Man, I feel you on that. Actually, yes. I laugh at the darkness of life every day, but hey, we still don't have to be like, this guy kicks ass, man. He's like ruining everybody's lives, right? Like, come on.
I definitely didn't say
Like
that.
seeing like
definitely
some
didn't
little
say that.
Mexican mom like mijito, no, like that shit is not funny. Sure, my version of me doing it.
It's like they're trying to hug each other, but you see like Gestapo coming and grabbing them,
Yeah, exactly.
grabbing her away.
And then they leave them with like a commemorative fucking Trump dollar or something like that.
It's crazy.
You know they do that. They probably give him a discount for a resort that's not in Mexico.
All right.
And you know you can't come back.
One last thing about
redeem
Trump, since we're on the topic.
Yeah, and we'll be done with Trump.
Yo, I thought it was very so I'm very much into psychology. I've been going to therapy since 2007, so
Nice.
I'm like very much, and I think everybody should do it.
No, definitely. Everybody should.
I think everybody should.
Not
do
to
it.
note.
I haven't in a while. That's
Just-
why I lost the hinges.
There you go. And to note this real quick, I appreciate, because I know some of us got to listen to the album real early. I appreciate that one where you put in the sound clip with your therapist and the her.
Oh yeah, that's my newer one.
Yeah,
that was Joanne. Shout out to Joanne.
I was like, is that illegal?
Oh
No, seriously, just because it's like illegal for them to do something like that.
Right.
No, I don't think it's if it's anything more than just praise for whatever.
Hey, listen, I was a kid who stared at the sun when I was little. Right? I wondered things. Sorry.
Yeah, but damn.
Oh, yeah,
that
sorry
threw me
for-
for. No, I thought it was very interesting how he fooled a lot of people. And what I mean by interesting is, I knew a couple people, and like these people are good people. And it's just like, he's got you. Like, you would vote for him? Why? Like, what is wrong with you? You know? So I thought that was very interesting because it's like, I'm always trying to frame and see where we are as people, you know? And I think that's like a big kind of statement because I feel like when you could figure that out, then maybe you could figure out how we can move forward.
No, this is very true. You can gauge the situation on what needs to be done and the severity of things.
But yeah, I don't think he's amazing.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, can you please stop lying?
Yeah, He says that until Trump pulls up.
Sarcastic.
Yeah, Picasso, how about a little, 200 racks to help you a long way?
Trump is the best.
Yeah, no one needs that money. I'm sorry. I mean, hey.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I'll take that bag. Go cop a couple of Gucci belts.
No, we're not
Hey,
grabbing.
this is a joke.
No, we got something better than that. We're not grabbing Gucci belts. What are we getting?
Purse belts, they're called. Gucci belts.
What are we gonna get? What's Birkin? We're gonna buy some Birkin bags.
Oh, yeah. Jeffree Star.
We're gonna be on some Jeffree Star shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You buy some Birkin bag. You buy women's bags that are worth a lot of money because in the next year they'll be worth twice as much.
Oh wow,
That's how this works.
that's the thing.
We're not fucking with Supreme. We're not doing any of this bullshit.
Banging on my chest.
This shit don't got alligator skin on it. I'm not trying to talk about it.
If it's not made of the most Corinthian of leathers, I'm not dealing with it. Is Corinthian leather still a thing anymore?
I don't know, man.
I was never into any of that. Like,
I love leather for life, but shout out to all the animals you gotta sacrifice for them. But no, seriously. Because if we could live in a world without murdering animals for leather,
would be awesome.
Well, they make
I don't want to
leather.
live in it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, too privileged right now to live in that world. We're too used
I
to
need
this.
me a fly ass leather. If you can find somehow to get
leather.
that, it's not the same.
Yo,
leather.
you know
It's
what?
the same, but
You
put a
could
little
just
padding behind
sedate
it, you know, you good.
the beaver, put it on your neck, go out, be fly, and then put it back in the
but it's
wilderness.
pissing all over the side of your
No, you're still fly though. What you mean?
Hey, yo, dog, yo, the beavers, you got beaver
Yo,
pics.
but I said feed the beaver, fam. Feed it. It needs to stay warm so it can look good on my neck.
That'd be insane. I'm like a freaking tiger, just sedate a tiger.
And you're walking around with them. First of all their organs are still in place, so they're heavy as balls. And then,
Plus, you got his balls on your
like
back.
elephant balls. Yeah, you got his
yo.
balls on your back.
Nah, yo, I got a straight female leather. Female beaver. Only the female beaver feels good.
You got female beaver menstruation on your
Yo,
neck.
you're
On your
wild.
neck.
You're wild.
When you
What
haven't
man
got
said?
laid in a while, beavers start being tasty.
What you know what man said? I never ever seen you act like this. Oh man, too good.
Yo, how'd you get over here, by the way? You drove here?
I drove over here.
Oh shit, I took the train.
I got like a crazy headache. It sucks being sick.
So did you was that your soul or was that you just whipping the foreign?
Yo,
I'm
why
sorry.
people trying to shit on my man?
Yo,
I
Troy.
mess with Troy Ave, dog.
Fuck with Troy Ave.
Yo, his
Yeah.
first album, New York City, was fire.
Yeah, he's awesome, but you know what he does that weirds me
He
out?
whips his spirit whips the
All right, so
forehead.
you got kids back in the middle school, right? You got a guy in grade school. You got a guy who could like me. I was pretty good at reading and reciting like text, right?
Okay.
So I boom, like I would read it out.
Yeah.
Other people, especially the females in the class, were always really good at reading and retaining knowledge. Like women are always like way better at that in an early age, especially. Like us boys are still acting like wild fucking animals. And there would always be that one kid though that Mayweather reads. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
like this. It was look, and then this thing, and I feel like that's how he speaks during interviews. Like when they're interviewing, he was like, I was just in the car
And I thought to myself, I go, is that me? Or is that me whipping, or is that my ghost whipping the phone? Was that really me?
No, he said, man said, did I die or is that
Oh
my
yeah,
soul
yeah,
just
yeah.
whipping the
Or is
phone?
that just my soul whipping the phone?
It gets funnier every time I hear it. It's amazing.
He's
a
right,
different
though.
image comes to my head every
Right.
time.
I think
I pictured him with Casper. I pictured a see-through version of him, like a Bone Thugs and Harmony kind of see-through, like me just
cross. Gonna miss everybody.
What's that song he made after? With the music video was like a comic. That shit is fire.
Oh yeah.
And he was just telling the
he's at the
whole
stand.
shit. He was just explaining the whole setup
Yes.
of what's been happening in his life.
Yo,
I think that shit's badass.
his situation sounds crazy.
It is crazy.
It sounds
But it's
crazy.
one of those kamikaze moves, like where it's like, okay, fuck that snitching shit. If me and you, we're in crime together. That's what snitching is. Snitching is when you and me are in a crime together to better our situation, or we both do criminal acts and we
You don't
both
go to 12 to solve your problems.
Yeah.
I get it.
But if now we're both being hung and one of us has to take the sword and you were trying to murk me the whole time, best believe I'm gonna kill you in a whole different way.
I've
now.
always thought
Be like,
some
shit,
of
I
that,
can't shoot you, but yo, that nigga right there.
some of those ideas that we're talking about, like the snitching and stuff like that. I think it was ways to keep us like killing each other and going to prison.
Of course, I mean,
it's unfortunate, but I think that's what it is.
it's
That's
also
why,
the manipulators that own these gangs. It's you use the youth and the weak
exactly
like pawns,
right,
and then you
know they're
ensure
not
that
gonna
you
be able
stay
to do
out.
anything about. It's crazy because like whenever something happens with somebody I know that doesn't really think like that, I always tell them like, call the cops, and it's like. It's unfortunate because I would probably find myself hard pressed to call the cops, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I mean, please believe if I'm in the
Fuck around, they shoot your ass.
I was about to say
Don't
that.
forget they do that.
But please believe if I'm in the comfort of my own home, and it has to do with another white assailant.
Yeah, I ain't calling.
I'm gonna call the cops, man.
If there's a white person outside my house trying to commit crime to my house, I'm
Your
better
house.
off.
Your house?
I'm better off handling it myself.
Your house?
Because
Yes.
hold on,
Your house? Yes.
yeah, because no, I'm saying like having any
Where
crib.
you live? Yes.
No, having any crib. I'm just saying having any crib, like
Why is that?
because especially if you're in the middle of America, like if I'm in the middle of America, let's say I live in fucking Kentucky, and there's like some decently dressed white guy, but he's trying to do wild shit outside the door. Best believe when the cops come and they see these two assailants outside, I'm gonna
You're
be
catching that body.
I'm
You're
gonna
catching
be
that
the
bullet.
one that I told them about. They're gonna be like, "Yep," an assailant was outside messing with this beautiful white man's house. They'll drop me and to quote a great comedian, sprinkle some crack on them, man. That's it. Dave Chappelle,
But to be honest, you don't think you might be a half step safer, maybe being inside your house calling the cops?
I think you were onto something there. a
Yeah,
little bit.
because I think, honestly, man,
And like, he broke in.
I think it should better needs to be documented. You know, like I got cameras all over
Yeah,
my crib.
you know what? That's
if I
what's-
get shot by a cop, the cops are racist.
You know what people?
I mean,
If I get shot by a cop and I call the cop,
on
the
a
cops are
side
racist.
note, on a side, right?
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
said, on a
yeah.
side note,
Yeah.
you really gotta think about that, man. No, there's been fucking
No,
plenty
I
of black
get you.
people getting
Yeah.
clapped right in front of
At their own
camera.
house.
Everybody's like, no, bad, and the cops gets off scot free. So
Yeah.
you'll just be another martyr
I know, but please
with a
believe,
GoFundMe
please believe
And a
I'm gonna have
t-shirt.
some shit set
and a
up.
fucking
hashtag.
t-shirt, nigga.
If I get murked
And
by
a
any
hashtag that
cops,
lasts for the next
2 weeks.
weekend, and then
You'd be lit on
Becky-
Instagram.
yo, I'm telling you right now, I'm calling on some X shit right now. If I get murked by any cops,
You better stay away from me with that crazy shit.
if I get murked by any cops, please believe I'm gonna have some shit set up where that cop ain't making it out alive. Dead
All right.
ass.
Well, if you leave, decent amount of money placed out for all of us, I think we'll handle it.
All right, good.
Hypothetically speaking, only for educational purposes.
But yeah, so that went south or west really quickly.
I went trying
But
to get the bag north.
I'm just saying, like, shit shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't have to talk like that, to be honest.
No,
Like,
word.
no one should have to talk like that, but it's some daily shit, daily struggle that happens every single day. So people got to deal with that shit every day of their life. So,
Facts.
we're trying to, change the status quo one step at a time.
But question for
yeah.
the listener:
Yeah.
how do we abolish the hate in our hearts and stop projecting it onto one another?
I would like, okay, here's my response. I would like to think it's as simple as loving thy neighbor and
My neighbor owes me a cup of sugar. Yo, fuck my neighbor.
and
Trying to make s'mores out of it.
I want it to be as simple as saying loving that neighbor and doing turning the other cheek and 40 bushels and I don't know, I can't think of anything, but yeah, but like being the best version of yourself and do what you want onto you that other people, basically stuff like that.
I would think,
Definitely.
from a closer to a clinical standpoint,
Yeah.
you have to know about your trauma before you can do anything about it. So you have to learn about your trauma, the origin of your trauma, and then you have to come to terms with that and then make peace with that. So a lot of times it's forgiving yourself and forgiving the person who committed the trauma onto you.
But let's. I'm sorry for cutting you
No,
off.
so
Sometimes that shit is self-inflicted trauma.
sure. I mean,
Shout outs to all of us who almost drowned as a kid.
sure.
It makes two.
But I mean,
people.
if we're looking at things as far as like,
Fuck you, water.
what you're saying definitely isn't wrong. It's just I don't know. I just feel like that's a more scientific approach to it. Like, I mean, it's been proven over and over again. Like, that's how you deal with trauma.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I was just saying
how
that
do
there's
we-
multiple ways to get trauma, but
Or
definitely
get
you
rid
have
of
to
it,
know
yeah.
how it started, where it started, and why. And then from there, you can move forward with your
'Cause
life. Once you
yes.
leave it in the past, because obviously things that are from the past need to stay there. They don't need to
Yes.
haunt you.
My
every
therapist
day.
used to say the wake doesn't steer the ship, because I used to always be looking like in the past, and she used to always say that to me. So the
Makes
thing
sense.
is, that's why a lot of people, they'll get mad at black people, because they'll be like, yo, that happened like, mad long ago. And it's like, yo, you can't impede on someone's process to try to cure their trauma. They have to learn about it first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Also, you have to, and it's easier said than done when you don't know how it feels.
that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Now everyone's saying, yeah, read this book. It'll definitely help you with the problems that you have. But you gotta understand, like, this is shit that stemmed from many, many generations of people trying to deal with that shit, trying
I
to
feel
deal with
like
what happened.
we should take a little bit of everything, like philosophy, religion, right? And like even science, and just show like with science, the way to keep a good environment is by having like little entities and living creatures that help each other in this ecosystem, and everything that they do regenerates everything somehow, so you keep a friendly medium. Religion, a lot of it besides all that crazy shit that people read into way too far.
That's not what capitalism is, though.
I'm just saying, hold on,
capitalism.
listen, at the base, it's just simply telling you to treat each other the way you would want to be treated.
I totally agree with you.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I feel like the true way to just end all this bullshit if everyone just comes clean with who they really are and stop trying to project their way of being on another. Like, they have to comprehend that way will never be. And I think that's the only time. If someone could you know what? Fuck it. Bullshit. The only way everyone's gonna change is if UFOs literally come to Earth and tell us they'll kill us all.
From the
Dead
Pleiades.
ass though? Yeah, from Pleiades, especially Pleiades exclusively.
Right.
Or
Bring them
is it
Subaru
the
niggas
Zeta
out.
Reticulans. Which one is it?
I'm pulling up to Will Smith's nuts. That's all I know. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, you know about this shit. Close second would be Tom Cruise.
I think you sure?
Yeah, I wouldn't pull out the
I think Tom
Cruise
Cruise would be number one.
What do you mean?
The one.
Oh, he's talking about. I
yeah.
know the movie he's talking about now.
What?
Yeah.
Elysium? No, he wasn't in
No,
that.
that wasn't-
Matt
no, that was
Damon.
Matt
Oh my
Damon.
god, bro. That's racist.
It wasn't because of that. I was just thinking.
can't
That
figure
movie
it
was
out.
fire.
either,
Took
right?
Minority Report? No,
Nah,
Can't
he's not
figure
talking
it out
about. He's
either.
talking about
he's talking about War of the Worlds.
World of Worlds.
Yeah.
I knew, but I thought maybe is there another one, because he didn't kick ass in that movie. See, I'm pulling up Will Smith's house.
Right.
He's
It's
been
a
kicking
different
ass in
kind of-
MIB,
yeah, you're right.
Independence Day. My man kicks their asses.
Actually, he
doesn't
put
run
in
away.
a lot of work
Yeah.
in the interstellar kind of.
Yeah, the sector. Yeah, you're right.
He's murked.
He's the pioneer.
He's out here murking.
And I mean, yo, did you guys see Bright? I thought it was fire.
Yeah, I like Bright.
Okay, you.
I like Bright.
What?
It was a
Bright,
love
the
and hate
Netflix?
kind of thing.
Yo, y'all bugging.
Yeah. Okay, so he's
Y'all
one
are
of those.
bugging.
Yo, a lot
apply
of
any
people
logic
love
to that
and
crazy
hate it.
movie.
Yeah, and the
Lot-
ogres are black. Yeah, got
No,
it.
not only that. It's like all the gangsters literally look like PlayStation 2 copycats. Like, everyone's wearing like the same FUBU jersey. Like it's like, yo, what thugs actually dress like that?
None.
And then
It
you can
was
hear the
fire.
you can hear the well-spoken Mexican in the wheelchair. It's like the motherfucker sounds well-spoken, like he's purposely putting on the accent. He's like, you know, you better hand me that shit,
Yo, it's
cause
amazing.
it's gonna be like a raps for you, homies.
Yeah, I've heard that before. It's crazy.
You hear him finish everything like,
Yo,
from how well
all the
spoken,
gripes he
well-read.
brings up with the movie, I've heard. It's crazy.
Look
It's
at my
either
poopy bag.
You love it like the way I do.
Look at my
or you
poopy
hate it
bag.
the way
I
he
need
does. It's crazy.
I need the one. Look at my poopy bag. Look, then another thing. Everyone has cop stashes. Ooh, you don't
That's
remember
true.
how many niggas had a cop stash?
That's true.
Even the silly motherfucker
But
from
that
Mad
cop
TV
stash, that,
with the
but
fatty
if you ever
caterpillar
notice,
stash.
the cop that has the stash never dies. That's why they have it.
They all got clapped
Fuck the
up though.
bulletproof
Spoiler
vest,
alert.
right?
Fucking people that want to see it. Look,
People already saw that.
All right, look.
There's a part 2 and 3 coming.
The reason
Wait,
I really
what?
hold on, guys. Let me just say this real quick, and this is why we're fucking up as a whole human species.
Yeah.
As a whole species, we're literally like that South Park episode's talking about. We have let the bar drop and never try to raise it back up, and we don't give a fuck about it. We like pigs, just rolling our own shit. Bright cost like $60 million to make, and it was. That's what you what? Come on, you can at least be like, what? 60, what?
I'm not surprised.
I didn't know it was $60 million,
Dude,
to be honest. I had no fucking idea.
People have done insane
What?
feats of cinematography with way less, with meager amounts of
That's
money,
not the
even for
reason
free.
why we're messing up as a human race.
Oh, I'm just saying that's one
The
of them.
reason why
All you people who
is-
believe that Bright is a good movie. Yes.
The reason why is we can't come to the terms with
Part of
the
it.
fact that our evolution has been tampered with from an ancient civilization of aliens that came to this planet
Well,
called the Plagiaran.
they haven't left. And on that note,
Wait, hold up.
please, Plagiarans, please give us the bag. I'm down with that shit.
All right. Explain
Millie Rock Illuminati style.
No.
Take me from them.
Stop.
Showtime, give me a deal, please.
Get this man out of here, please. Get him out of here.
Jesus and Meryl me.
Those guys are hilarious.
Yeah,
You see what,
did you see
DJ
the
Envy?
Showtime contract that they got?
Nah.
Yeah, they're bending the knee.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, they're bending
They bent the knee.
Ooh.
It's good for them.
Coming soon? Yo, what the hell?
They went from Vice, they
I
bended
can't
the
wait.
knee, and now they're coming to Showtime.
But did he really bend the knee, though?
Yo, dude, come on.
What?
Nah,
You know when they
Just
take
going with knee
when
pads?
they leave, they take off the footage and like, hey, so Meryl, like, good show in there, dude. And we're really getting believable with this stuff, you know? I'm gonna go back home to my Jewish wife now. No, seriously, Meryl has a Jewish wife, right?
Does he?
Yeah. What? Yo, look at his. He stay making fun of himself for his Instagram because people always like, yo, why you stealing that nice lady's family?
No,
They just be
that's so
going
messed
in
up.
on them.
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious. I mean,
He's a champ if he could roll with those
I mean,
punches.
yo,
That's great.
they grew up in the Bronx. You
I'm
mean
not gonna lie. I don't hate these Americans. I just don't follow them. So.
they're cool as fuck. I love them. I'm just joking.
Word.
Sorry.
All right.
But no. Offended with Plagiarans.
What are you talking about?
Plagiarans.
Bro, what the hell is that?
What the hell is a Plagiaran?
I don't know.
So who would you say that?
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, that's why we were.
Nah, there's a belief. I don't know if you guys ever want to look into it. So like a lot of whether it's
Egyptians.
the Bible, whether it's a lot of holy texts.
I know all about this in the pyramids and everything. I didn't. Is that what they call them though? The
What?
Plagiarans?
Yo, the pyramids is
No. I think I used the
dawn.
I used the wrong word.
Seriously, that's what the Kabbalah
Yeah?
talks about.
I used the wrong word. Plagiaran were the people of the Pleiades. That's not the word I meant to use. The Elohim
Elohim.
is
That
which
sounds-
is interesting because it sounds very close to Elohim,
Yeah.
which is God.
Yeah.
But the Elohim. So apparently,
I see what you did there.
yeah.
I
Apparently,
know.
the story goes, and if you want to look at, here's the interesting thing, right?
Yeah.
I could say all this crap, and
No,
it
it's
could be
not
like,
crap.
no, I could say all this, and it's like, yo, it sounds really cool and it's nice or whatever. But there are people. The more interesting thing is like, there are people like in our government that actually believe this and
Yeah,
put money.
there's
But they put money behind
They
it.
have film of them doing some ritual every certain amount of years. Like heads from crazy Fortune 500 companies.
Oh, I've heard about this.
With
This is
fucking like hoods on, and they have
This
to walk
is,
across this bridge in Egypt.
I
So it's
thought you were talking
it's like the
about.
pilgrimage to Mecca, but not.
I mean, come on.
I thought you were
Like,
talking about this other thing.
There's forces out here. Okay, whatever you look. I believe reality, quantum physics style. Like, is reality manifested by your thoughts? Is it? You know, and I feel like that's what makes religion a beautiful thing to some people, and how you can even be against it, but when you go to church, there's still this vibe in there. It's almost the same kind of vibe that's in like a college, right? It's just that everyone has agreed to something wholeheartedly and they really believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's emanating all around you. Like you're almost synced up because of that. You know what I mean?
It's like watching those videos.
So I feel like even this shit, I mean, that's why people still have skull and bones and all this shit. Like, you know, you believe in something, and if you already got your foot in through the door, you can finagle all sorts of stuff for you. So that's why these sick fucks still join these weird organizations. Seriously, it's like, dude, I know a guy that knows a guy that owns everything, and we got you.
So sign me up, please. Thank you.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to eat that little boy.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm
Would
good
you
on
like that
now.
well done
We'll see.
or alive and screaming?
Okay. We can get him alive and screaming. We have freshies. On a side note, side, crazy.
Lots of side
So
notes.
all you New Yorkers
Side.
out there, have you ever thought to yourself when you go anywhere midtown, how many missing signs of people there are, and no one talks about it on the news?
Oh, the missing people.
Yo, dude, like if I was thinking about this comic book idea of making it some like evil organization, right? Like these like 5 companies, like even Viacom's a part of it, right? Like News Corp's a part of it. And they're like almost like vampires. And all of these people are going missing because they're being like eaten or sacrificed to these individuals. But anyways, on a side, that's me making a funny thing out of it. But on a side note, what's up with New York and all these missing people and no one being around?
Apparently, it's happening all over the world.
Yeah, but have you seen how many people go missing every single day in New York City and no one mentions
I
it?
have no idea.
They have
It's
stats
crazy, right?
online.
It's
My
crazy.
theory is they're eating them. Powering themselves
That
up.
fits in
Is it
line with
kids?
some people.
Is it kids? Because
A lot of children.
because they do say that there's a lot of energy in young blood.
But yo, seriously, either that or the
Sounds messed up.
real truth is they're probably being sold to the black market for sexual acts. I mean, that shit's a hit right
Well,
now.
that one's actually proven.
Seriously, it's
No,
trending right now. In
that
the,
one's
in
actually
the black
proven.
market. Yeah.
It's
Some of
just
that
the
stuff
way
sounds-
you
You know, I
said
started
it.
with the lighthearted
Yeah,
joke,
yeah.
unicorn thing, and
That
then I'm
stuff
telling the truth.
definitely happens.
These motherfuckers selling cargo ships. That's what's going on. New Jersey, check your port. All right, you don't have enough people to look through it.
No, enough people that want to look through it.
No, did you know that New Jersey has the biggest port of all, like, of the East Coast?
Yeah. When you get cars shipped over, it's where you
Right,
get to
and they're
Jersey.
saying that there's so many that it would be impossible to go through all of them.
So you know how many kids are just chilling?
Yeah, things,
or
drugs,
women,
yeah.
people
This is
that-
why we still keep getting so much of everything.
Yeah, but it'd be nice if we could just go through the shit that they don't need. You'd probably find some
Yo,
gold there.
cold AK-47,
Right?
a girlfriend in a shipping container. Oh, look, she loves me. No, I think she loves to breathe air, dude. Look, I'm feeding her. Oh my gosh.
Yo, are any of you guys hungry? Like,
I'm
dead ass?
starving. I think we gotta go, guys.
Yeah, I need to get some food. I'm gonna die soon.
I'd like to leave a small disclaimer, though, that I am just kidding about any joke, that I may have said just
I
now
wasn't joking.
about prostitution or the sale. No, it's not prostitution. It's the sale of women in the black market. It's not a funny thing.
It's not funny, but it happens.
It happens.
Nothing's funny. Like, what did we talk about before a long time ago? I can't remember. It's like first 5 episodes or something like that. We talked about something that wasn't funny. Oh, mental health. That wasn't funny.
I mean, oh man, I'm not even gonna share this story because you guys are gonna think I'm messed up.
All right.
You know what? I think some of us want to know, but
Yeah, what is it?
I'm not
Is it
gonna-
like really bad? Is it
Brief.
going to put
I mean,
us
it's probably like,
on meta keywords?
Nah,
and shit?
you
yeah. Are we gonna get a cease and desist?
probably gonna be sad about it, but I mean, I thought it was hilarious. I mean,
What?
my sick mind thought.
So
it was
you're trying to
hilarious.
get up?
But I mean, I could tell you about it if you want.
I
But I
guess
have to give you a hug after.
No, I'm fine.
Start it,
That
like,
has nothing to do with
halfway.
me.
Well, I feel like giving you a hug after.
No, You're not gonna know. So what happened was, my therapist used to tell me about some of the other patients that she saw.
Oh,
she wouldn't like.
Yeah, don't tell your therapist's name. I think that's illegal.
No, she wouldn't give names and stuff like that, and she wouldn't give the times. And,
right.
So
Yeah,
there's stuff that could have happened like way long ago or
yesterday,
whatever. Right. So
it could have been about you.
She told me about this person, and this was very unfortunate. There was this father. And he used to always kind of bully his son because I think he thought his son was gay, which his son actually wasn't. But he used to always
what are you, a fruit bowl?
Super
come on,
super male machismo.
Hands up, come on.
So he was Italian.
I don't remember what he was. I feel like he was white. Anyway,
hands up.
So one day,
that's just racist, dude.
And nobody knew, I guess, from the outside that this was a very insecure dad about possibly his own sexuality. Well, they understood that when they walked into his basement, and he was there. I think his throat was slit, and there was a whole bunch of condoms that were hanging up, and empty condoms and gay porn on the TV, and that's just how he took his life.
That's
what
crazy.
The fuck? So he
was
himself
out here making
that
his son. No, so he hated himself so much that he was projecting his hate onto his son.
Yeah.
And then now his son was obviously feeling some kind of way now, thinking that, and then now
I don't
him.
know what happened to his son after that. Hopefully,
I mean, the only thing that could have happened is
Yo, shout out to
him going
turned off the TV.
Him having PTSD forever. Oh yeah, hey dad, this is a little bit loud. Him not realizing. Oh wait. It must just be me. I don't think you'll be fine, Dad. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh my God.
I think
my only question was, why was he using condoms to jack off? Anyway,
I don't think he was using.
I have to keep it contained.
I want to tell you what happened, but it's going to be off air because I think I know exactly what happened.
What do you think he was doing?
I think he had his throat slit, right?
Yeah.
So somebody had to slit his throat. Somebody had to put those condoms up there. And on that note, I'll see you guys later.
His dad was murdered by the berry boy.
No, stop. Why you
It was the Illuminati, wasn't it?
No. Man's murked his own dad and then took
could you imagine?
Took the money and went and did. Went to college, lived it up.
He's like, yeah, what's gay the whole time, Dad? What?
That's good now.
He's like, how's that for gay? Now you're fucking dead.
Hey, listen, I don't know, man. Yo, if I was a gay dude, though, my dad is like some military style mental mind abuser, man. Every day,
It would really suck.
I might have lost it and poked his eyeball out. Or some
It would really
shit,
suck.
It's a quick.
Yeah. And then think about it as I'm popping back the olive that is actually someone's eyeball.
Wow.
With the ease of
Where did this podcast go?
I'm just saying that because I sometimes try to relate to people wholeheartedly. I try to focus and feel like them for a second. Yeah. And that dude's life would sound like torment every single
100%.
moment.
Yeah,
you can only be backed up into a corner feeling like a frail animal before you just snaps. Yeah.
You know what? But it's different when it's a father or,
that's what makes it even
easier
more
from the outside to rebel against something.
That's why you got little Timmy going, fuck you, Mom, you fucking bitch.
I hate you.
All that energy.
I fucking die.
It's just because it's your parent that gives you even more problems. No Fortnite skins? Oh, fuck you, David. You're not my dad.
Yo, the many voices over here. Amazing.
Oh, man.
All right, let's go get some food.
All right. So, on that note, thank you, Picasso, for coming out. We appreciate it again.
When's your album coming out again?
September 1st.
All right, and where can we expect to get it?
September. Where?
Where? Yeah, where can I download it?
I just said on September 1st.
Yeah, Bandcamp, Instagram TV, Facebook, and if you hit me up and buy a $5 CD. It's not like a burn thing. It's actually a CD.
What's your Instagram?
Instagram is swoosh_James.
How do you spell
Facebook,
that?
So S double.
What's up with the lightning question?
S W OOSH_James.
Okay.
With an S at the end, right? Facebook is Jesse.Ulysses. So facebook.com/Jesse.Ulysses.
And on which one of those social media platforms do you want the women to send the phone number?
The nudes and stuff like that.
You
could send it to Photo Kid. What's your Instagram?
Hey.
What's your Instagram?
No, actually, give a shout out to your videographer.
Yo, shout out to Court.
What's his Instagram?
Yo, what's your Instagram, Court?
Can you just talk into the mic, Courtney?
Yeah. My Instagram is court_the_artist.
Oh yeah.
And photokid89.
Yep, all nudes go there. All nudes.
oh.
Yo, so we're gonna check. Oh, yo, aren't you doing some live thing somewhere in the city?
Yeah, coming up.
No, I'm doing some live thing. It's in Valley Stream. It's at Sip This. We'll be watching the album, all 16 songs.
When?
September 1st.
I'm gonna be there
from
then.
5 o'clock.
Yo, whoever is hearing this right now, you want to come pull up either to fight or watch? Pull up.
That would be awesome.
Side note. September 1st.
Why does that? What am I supposed to be saying?
Significance.
I think you're talking out loud. Anyways,
September 1st.
When's your birthday again?
September 1st.
Interesting.
Oh, it's
So that's why I said it was significant.
I'm sorry, yo, man. I forget my own mom's birthday. I never pay attention.
I never
to
remember
talking about
anybody's
it.
birthday. So
I know your birthday's in the first 9 days of the year of that month. I just can't remember what day it was. So I knew it.
I can't remember. When
I knew there was some
yours?
kind of
He
significance.
cheated. They already.
When's
knew
your
each other
birthday?
before.
Yeah, sorry. I had to have something, Evan.
When's your birthday?
Oh, shit passed a long time ago. I'm 31. It's okay. July 18th.
Ooh,
Oh, you're
yo,
done.
use that information, guys. Try to figure out the rest of his info. Be outside his house. Pick up all the scraps of his undocumented papers. Tape them back together, and then you can figure out his credit card info.
Have
He
his
gave you-
card on blocks.
Yeah.
Y'all
Next
gonna
up
have-
is get his social security number, and you can be Mr. Haraka.
Hey, nobody wants to beat me. I'm broke.
I already told you his birthday.
And on that note, I'll see you guys
Yo,
later.
peace.
Don't be a
Peace.
fifi.
Fifi.